youth needs a huge amount of rights, and youth needs a lot of facilities, and youth needs a lot of infrastructure facilities. I think that's lacking completely, and you need international kind of structure where you have given a lot of infrastructure facilities for youths, and those infrastructure facilities will be brought down and written down, and these infrastructure facilities will be given top priority. Being a member of parliament, I have access to funds to ensure that the best of infrastructure can be built up, and with the government of India's support, we can definitely build up infrastructure, because that's very important. And as far as women are concerned, our Prime Minister candidate for our party is a woman, and I personally feel, and I am a personal driver to ensure that a woman comes into the Prime Minister's post. Why? You may ask me why. 24 years are gone. We don't have a woman Prime Minister. 24 years, 2 yugas. 12 years, 12 years, 2 yugas. I personally feel that every 10 years, you need to have, every two parliament sessions or 3 parliament sessions or 5 years, you need to have at least 1 woman PM. They deserve it, and they have it. So I personally feel that our president, being a woman, and she understands, because she is the person who is driving the 33% reservation bill, which is definitely required. And women empowerment is definitely required, and an Indian woman PM will be a welcome change for our country. And I personally feel, I don't know, I need to tell this here, somehow Mayawati madam has been, somewhere she's not been, taken into a right perceptive by urban voters. But I want to tell you that she's an amazing teacher. She's grown from the ranks. And I want to tell you, she's sacrificed to this country like crazy. She's not even married. And she works 24/7, and she's done amazing thing for poor people. Trust me, our country is poor. It's poor like crazy. Why? Because our leaders have been always going behind rich people. She is the only one who is going behind poor people. Somewhere I think we need to change, because India, please remember, I've traveled extensively. India is considered a poor nation. We are not poor. At a very young age, I started a movement called Save Bangalore movement. Okay. I had the Miss Universe, Sushmita Sen. She had come down here, and I was very touched with Bangalore. I started that. I was just 22 years old. I think most Bangaloreans will remember this. And I think at the age of 24, livelihood came in, and I got into something of my livelihood. Now that I am well off and on my own, without my father's and mother's support, because I always wanted to be independent, and I'm thankful to God that I've done well. Now I need to get back to public life, which is of my main. I need to do a difference. It was always there in my blood. So I'm very thankful to my party, because you can't stand an independent and win these elections. It's not possible. It's just not possible. So you need to have a national party to help you, and that's the way. And which national party has given a ticket to an educated and a non-political background young guy? Tell me one political party which has given it. It's not given. I'm very thankful to my party that they have done this, and that too they have given Bangalore city, because they wanted to offer me rural. They wanted me to go to, because I'm not from rural. I understand city problems. So I'm very happy that what ticket I wanted, Bangalore Central, they've given it, and I didn't want anything else. So I'm here. No, not really. I don't believe that failure necessarily should be there for a stepping success. I don't think so. Yeah, okay, some of the failures can be a stepping stone, but success brings success. And if you're successful, it always matters. It brings you a huge amount of boost in your career. So I don't see that this is a very important thing for me. First is I promise my voters I'm accessible. I'm accessible. And the best part is I use an iPod I use an Apple. I'm online on email. I don't think very few politicians understand what is online email in this country. I don't think very few politicians are tech savvy. So I'm one of those tech savvy guys, firstly. So I'm accessible. Secondly, I have got some innovative ways of being in touch with my people, because I am here for serving and I am here for solving problems. An MP only can solve problems, and that's very clear. I know that. Firstly, I am setting up a hotline with about 50 to 100 lines, which is accessible by all the people, residents of Bangalore Central. Secondly, if I win an election, I'm going to set up an office which will be in the center of the central Bangalore, which right now you're sitting here where we're doing the interview. I'm going to dedicate part of this for the office for solving the grievances of all the citizens of Bangalore Central. So these are two things which I'm doing. Thirdly, of course I will have a blog, of course I'll have a website, of course I'll be in touch with mail, and these are things which are anyway being done by a modern educated guy, so which are required, and this is nothing new. We are new for this, but in US or in UK, all these are very usual things. So we need to get this in Bangalore, and I will get this. And we are a tech savvy city, and I think you need a tech savvy politician to represent a tech savvy city. First of all, terrorism, I personally feel that we need to at least, of course you can't stop terrorism because terrorists are more intelligent than they come with all the ways to ensure that they go out of the system, they break the system and they come in. Because we have a neighborhood of countries which is, what do you call it, maybe unsafe for so many other reasons. So we have a lot of political history which can't be changed overnight, which I understand very well, and I'm very practical on it. Now, what I feel is response. It has to be instant. You can't take time. You need to be instant in response, and you need to take instant action. And that's what I personally feel is, which gives reassurance to all the citizens that it's an active government. So this is what I personally feel is a very important commitment. As far as corruption is concerned, we are, of course, one of the most corrupt countries in the world. There's no doubt about it. The whole world is talking about that. We need to change that perception. Personally, I feel that we need to come up on some credibility factor across the globe. India is a corruption-free country. At least we need to reduce the corruption level to, single digits. We need to, if not, wipe it out. Of course, personally, I feel that the corruption should go away. But there should be, personally, I feel, Lokayukta has to be given power. 100% Lokayukta has to take a lot of, Lokayukta is very credible. I'm very happy with the way the Lokayukta is, but they need to be given more teeth, they need to be given more chance, like how our election commission has been given. I personally feel that our election system is amazing. It's beautiful, it's corruption free, it's phenomenal, and it's equal to all. That's why we are able to see change of governments every now and then. If not, we wouldn't have seen change of governments also. So I feel something like elections commissioners or election commissions, guidance and the way it's controlled, I feel something of that kind should be brought into corruption, and a corruption commissioner maybe, a corruption department maybe, a corruption monitoring agency maybe, or something like that should be set up with the federal powers. So that's what I think will bring down corruption levels.